out because this is embarrassing. So we've put all the bolts in that hold the decking to the frame, so that's all nice and secure. We're going to pull the wall out and cut the paneling on it to make it flush. And then maybe we're going to put a wall up. I gotta say I'm pretty pleased with that. So we've got the paneling routed out on the wall. So we're going to pick it up, flip it around, take it over to the driver's side, stand it up, and cross our fingers that it actually fits. All right, so just a quick explanation for why there's this difference in dimension here. This is a little bit too thick, but basically the luan that makes the ceiling is going to go on next, like that, and then the bracing will go on, like that, and then there's an additional little bit that fills in on top of all of this. So once that's all built out, it should be flush with this. And if it's not, we'll just make it flush. We'll do it until it works. Chocolate baby. We've got the wall standing up and braced. We ran a couple screws up into the front just to make sure that those are spaced properly apart. And we're going to try to cut the luan to 76 inches, which is the width of this, and tack it into place. But before we do that, we have to put welting tacked into the edges all the way around, and that seals this little gap and makes it nice and neat.
Like more warning, like 9 like 15, 18.
Well, we're done putting the welting up. So now we're going to cut the luan to 76 inches wide. And then we're going to start probably at the front and start putting luan on. Okay, so we're going to try to put that piece on, and we're going to try to make this sort of compound curve going up there, and we're going to try to kind of clamp it into place along with some of the bracing to sort of pull it all in together. So fingers crossed. Stop recording this right now because this is embarrassing. Last night was a late night. We got the front panel on pretty easily, and so we thought we would do the back panel, which has this very complicated curve on it. And it took a lot longer than anticipated, and it didn't go particularly well. The panel kind of buckled because we were trying to bend it this way and then bend it back, and then we cut some of it off to relieve some of the pressure, but we didn't cut enough off. We added these boards to just temporarily kind of push it into place, but you can see how they bow out. So I went back and started looking at some of the pictures that we had of it, and I looked at some other pictures of other ones online, and what I believe I figured out is that there's not supposed to be a panel right here. This is kind of the trunk, and the panel on the inside just more or less comes straight down, and then there's your bunk. So there's a few staples, to pull back out, plus it's glued. This panel is going to be wasted. Pulling this back off, I kind of think it is, because it's not supposed to be there. But it's kind of a bummer that we did all that work for nothing. So. Okay, so we're going to add another piece of luan to the roof. We're going to start down at this end and come this way to meet up with that piece that we just cut out. Hopefully these pieces are a little easier. Anyway, I'm going to get some glue on the edges, and then we're going to put it up there and close this thing up. might not be consistent right now. I don't know how to control that. You don't think I nailed it? Okay, so I don't know where that last video ended, but if you saw this get blown off the top, it kind of tore up the end, so we had to go back and cut a couple of inches off. I don't think it'll make a difference as far as these things meeting, but it is unfortunate that it happened. So thank you, Kansas. But anyway, it's all clamped into place now, and we're going to start tacking this side down, and once that's done, until this is closed up, I'll probably come back and leave some clamps on this edge just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to cut the width on this next piece of luan to 76 inches, and it goes on the top there. So we're going to cut this to length. It'll be 76 inches, same width as everything else. Then it's going to go on this back curve, and that's basically the last wall. Unfortunately, stuff's pretty easy to curve. So this front panel here, this piece right here, sticks out a little much. So we've decided to go back in and do a little surgery and cut this back a little further and put a piece in that comes down further on this, so that there's not this joint right here where there's going to be all that pressure that causes it to pop out, because I think that's going to be problematic later on. And then this part should be done. So we got the panel in, and it's wanting to buckle up here. So we think we were pushing in when we were stapling down. So we're going to take these staples back out and try to push it up against this board and then restaple it and hopefully not have that issue. Well, that was a piece of cake. We've got this joist. We're going to put glue on it, put it up here, drill it into the wall, come back on the inside, staples. Permanent. It's getting goopy all over the place. Start here at the middle.
What's wrong?
Staples just want to tear through it.
Hard. I need to push against it.
Oh, okay, well.
Probably balanced. I'm just pushing in the middle foot.
Okay.
Pull this light. Oh, God.
Oh! Are you okay?
Gosh.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I shot through that knot.
Oh, damn.
Man, that was... Thank God it didn't go through my hand.
I'm gonna shoot.
Did it go in your hand?
Nope.
And then how'd you know it?
It hit me right there in the hand. My hand's got calluses on it. I said I trust you an awful lot.
Safety first, kids. All right, well, that's it on this episode of This Old Camper. As you can see, we have walls. We have most of the luan for the ceiling. The next thing that we need to do is to finish putting the ceiling joists on and tacking the luan back up into them. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else I can say about it for today. It does look cute. I really, I just like looking at it now. It's amazing. It looks like a camper. It was a bunch of debris, and now it's a camper again. I just had, how does that happen? Okay, that's it for day 3. I think days don't mean anything anymore. But thanks for watching.